In Demon Souls, you'll amass a giant collection of incredible weapons, giant axes, swords, and more. And yet, the best weapon in the game is something you had all along. Your noggin.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
This is what you get!
I know you have to be pretty thick-skulled to decide to enter Latria, where fog is destroying everything in sight and no one outside of Valorfax or the Twin Fangs has escaped, but I wasn't expecting it to be better than a Dragon Bone Smasher. I have much to learn. Latria is quite possibly the most vile place in all of Demon Souls. As Miyazaki himself described it, the Valley of Defilement is natural evil, and Latria is man-made evil. Of the many horrors we witness, one such horror is that in the Ivory Tower, prisoners hung in cages. We find one such prisoner locked away in need of saving, Yurt the Silent Chief, an assassin and one who would kill even you after saving him. Except, Yurt, let's talk for a minute. Point number 1, his cage was unlocked. Yurt, were you just hanging out there because you didn't want to be in Latria alone? I get it. Latria is so spooky with gargoyles and towers. Point number 2, not that I really need one beyond the fact that the door was unlocked. His cage is also an elevator. All he had to do was go down his elevator and bam, there's the way out. My God, Yurt, it's not like anything that bad is down here. Oh, nope, video's done, nope. Speaking of those human-headed centipede fish monster things, let's speak on those. It's pretty clear that they're created with the pumping heart in the Ivory Tower. In fact, this is a reference that known Berserk lover Hidetaka Miyazaki pulled straight from Berserk. You see, in Berserk, the Kushan warriors put ladies into a vat of apostles to impregnate them with demon-spawned babies, which isn't even remotely disturbing. Thank you, Berserk, for making me censor half of the damn pages. But that's not all to these creatures. Zooming in nice and close, you'll notice that their human heads are stitched together. So, who's sewing the heads together? Is there a head fish sew factory here? Is that what's actually at the heart of the heart? Even the babies have stitched on human heads, but they have less? Does their race stitch on an extra head for every year older they get? Now, in the remake to Demon Souls, there is a lore explanation to all of this. In the Ivory Tower, prisoners hung in cages, their flesh patched together to create fleshy monstrosities. It was the doing of Latria's new master, an old man who had long ceased to be human, seeking to create demons by his own hand. So, were all of these individually stitched by the old monk? Is that what he does all day up there in the Ivory Tower, filled with endless goddamn chairs for who knows what reason? I mean, I guess I sorta answered the strangest thing, though, so, new number 3. What is with all those chairs? Seriously, does anyone know? Anyone? Please? Ah, the Dragon God, the poster child for Demon Souls. The dragon is super badass with this double rows of teeth and the inner set that does that cool shaky thing when the dragon roars. I mean, sure, the boss battle is a puzzle boss fight and kind of a joke, but that's not what I'm here to talk about. In fact, there's a puzzle boss fight in tons of modern FromSoft games, so that isn't particularly strange. What is that the Dragon God just happens to hang out and chill by its only weakness, a giant magical ballista. Look, I understand that within the lore of the game, it's likely an earlier Stone Fang civilization built the ballistas after discovering dragon bones to contain a potential giant dragon they both feared and worshipped. I get why they're there. But why does the Dragon God just hang out there and do nothing about them? Sure, you could argue that it's a dumb creature that doesn't really know what they do before getting hit, but then why not destroy the second one? Why just hang out there exactly in the perfect crosshairs of an unmovable ballista? Ah, well, at least the second Dragon God that magically exists in another realm, the unknown Egress, who may or may not be the same or an entirely different one, isn't that stupid. More like dragon dumbass. While exploring the Shrine of Storms, you'll come across Storm Beasts. These manta ray-shaped demons, who the game lore describes as stingray-shaped, even though they look like manta rays, come straight from the Shrine of Storms religion and what they seem to worship. They typically hang out in the sky, kinda like an analogy for clouds and lightning storms as they rain down magical stinger arrows on you, which, by the way, are little tiny baby storm beasts. That's an aside. That's not what I'm getting at here. What I do want to talk about is that once you make it to the ritual path, you'll open up a passage outside that reveals a pile of dead storm beasts. Why did a bunch of them die and pile up in this spot? What exactly is going on here? Does shade and a lack of sunlight kill them, so when they get too close they died? Do they have a weirdly short lifespan, but really like dying in this one very specific spot? I even asked this question in my Shrine of Storms lore video, and no one had a clear-cut answer for this. There's no joke here, I just genuinely want to know what's up with this pile of dead storm beasts. Vadi, stop hyping up Elden Ring! We need you! A huge thank you to everybody who supports me on Patreon, and thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed, check out my Demon Souls lore series or my comedic retrospective series, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.